Well, folks, hope all is well with everyone. So today I wanted to speak about the trends and themes for 2024 to give you a taste of what we can expect this coming year. What transpires, of course, also depends on your moon, your lagna sign, and the dasha sequence applicable to your chart. And I'm just going to post separately a video which will provide an overview of your sign as well. Yeah. Before getting started, I wanted to make an announcement. So I've created a basics course in Jyotish, which you can purchase on my website. It covers topics such as nakshatras, planets, signs, houses, elements, gunas, divisional charts, and a bit of Vedic philosophy. It's comprised of 4 PowerPoint presentations, and it takes into consideration that you don't have any previous knowledge of Jyotish, right? Or it can also be for those who follow videos, but they want to understand the vocabulary better. So it will give you that foundation. In any case, it will give you a foundation, even if you know even if you know some astrology already. So I'm going to link below where you can purchase the course, right? So let me know what you think about that. Oh yes, I also wanted to wish everyone a healthy and successful year. So let's talk about 2024. Okay, so here on the screen you can see I've pulled up a chart for the first day of the year. And I'm reading it from the perspective of Galpurush, right? So I'm placing Aries as the first house. The first day of the year starts with a strong Dharma Trikona, with Jupiter in the first house of the Galpurush, Moon in the 5th house, Leo, and Sun in the 9th house with Mars, which is an excellent omen. We also here have a Parivartan between Jupiter and Mars, right? The 1st of the 9th house. So this is an excellent omen for taking initiative and action in your life, and you can expect favorable results. Blessings are with us at this time. It's a rare planetary alignment, and particularly if you're a fire sign, this is a very auspicious omen. Creation, initiative, action are all connected to fire, right? Because you need fire to start anything, to give birth to a new project, an idea, a relationship. So it's a good year for new beginnings. Situation with relationships also sees significant improvement from last year. Last year we had started the year with Rahu, Moon, and Venus, Saturn conjunction. This year we still have Saturn aspecting the Moon and Venus, but Jupiter's aspect to the Moon is much stronger. And Venus is accompanied by its friend Mars in Scorpio. So rather than the distance, the separation, and the breaks in relationships we experienced last year, this year will be punctuated by passion, hopefulness, and friendliness in relationships. It's possible you may be going back to an old relationship, an old attraction, an old love, with Venus in conjunction with retrograde Mercury. Relationship vibes, of course, will also be intense for some because of that Venus in Scorpio. Death and rebirth themes are possible also here. It's also a good year to make some long-term investments, whether it's in your financial portfolio or in your relationships. With Rahu's aspect on Venus and Mercury, opportunities can actually pop up quite suddenly. Now, in contrast to this, I also want to examine the chart for the winter solstice on December the 22nd, 2023, to get some clues what can transpire, especially for the first half of the year, right? Until the summer solstice in June. So here, again, we see a beautiful Gajakesari Yoga happening in the 7th from Lagna, aspected by Venus. For the winter solstice chart, I have taken the Greenwich Mean Time Zone, right? So just for you to know, it's GMT. Now, again, here, This chart also suggests relationship harmony and positive relationship developments. Because Jupiter is retrograde and Saturn is aspecting, delays, of course, can be expected. Venus is in dignity, so is Mars, though it receives the aspect of Saturn and Rahu, right? So that Mars is getting the malefic aspects. So it can result in some impulsive decisions with money, and it can lead to impatient speech. So get proper advice also with investments. Travel will be productive and beneficial this year. And if you're studying new subjects or going back to school, then this is a good year to do so. You may experience some communication hurdles with a retrograde Mercury. Rahu in Pisces can also make you feel directionless. Cultivating a new spiritual practice is good now. Listen to your dreams with Rahu in Pisces. Write them down for guidance. Ketu in Virgo can bring up some health issues for some, so be cautious. Take care with food. Digestive issues can pop up. Yeah. Overall, it's a good year, especially for relationships. So let's also talk about what zodiac signs get activated in 2024. So this year, the concentration of energy is in Aquarius, Pisces, and again in Aries, the sign of new beginnings. We also see activity in Venus's sign of Taurus with Jupiter's movement there in May, which of course I'm going to talk about in greater detail closer to that date. So Saturn remains in Aquarius all year, which is positive. Jupiter is in Aries till May, which is also very positive. And with Rahu out of the way, and Jupiter in direct motion throughout its stay in Aries, this is an excellent transit. We have Jupiter moving into Taurus in May. Jupiter then is going to be in 410 position from Saturn, so it can give us more stability, security, especially in money matters. Pisces, of course, is hosting Rahu, so we can see more interest in spiritual pilgrimages, a keen interest in foreign travel to faraway places, relocating abroad can also be there. Some will decide to finally relocate to a place very far from their birthplace without Rahu in Pisces. Aquarius is desire, it's independence, it's taking unorthodox path. So change in lifestyle can feature. It's goal orientated with Saturn there especially, whereas Pisces is liberation, letting go, seeing things from the collective. So these themes can feature this year. And Aries, where Jupiter transits this year up until May, is of course about taking risks. It's about new beginnings, being pioneering, daring to take chances, especially the case with that Dharmatragon and the Parivartan start, yeah? In all the fire signs. When Jupiter moves into Taurus, the focus is going to shift. It's going to shift towards wealth creation, family relationships, financial stability, and this will continue throughout the year. The year starts on a positive note, right? First good omen is Jupiter moving direct on New Year's Eve. Saturn gliding through Aquarius all year and Jupiter in Aries means things could move in a very speedy pace, especially for the first 4 months. The nakshatras that get activated for the year are Shatabisha, Purvabhadra, Revati, Bharani, Rohini, and Kritika. Purvabhadrapada and Shatabisha are magnified because of Saturn's presence, whereas Rahu is in Revati. And Jupiter zips through Ashwini, then Bharani, Kritika, Rohini, and Mrigashira. Rahu's transit in Revati can make you feel like somewhat directionless, and Ketu in Chitra can mean breakdown of old structures. This could mean your home, your family unit. But Ketu in Virgo especially, take care of your health, right? Especially gut health. So cultivate good food habits. Digestion issues can pop up. Saturn starts the year in Shatabisha and then enters Purva Bhadra. In Shatabisha, Saturn transit could have brought a lot of travel and movement. Saturn here is great for connecting with others as well. For some, it could have brought some quick expansion in real estate and business matters. If it did, now would be the time that you have to consolidate some of those activities. Because when Saturn enters Purva Bhadra in April, there may be financial corrections. You may experience some struggle at this time with deciding on what to let go of. If you thought about cultivating any good habits but didn't get around to doing that earlier, Saturn transit in Purva Bhadra will push you in that direction. Early waking up, healthier diet, spiritual practice, exercise routine, meeting Guru, connecting with Guru, reconnecting with Guru, yeah? So it's also a good Saturn transit for research-related activities, especially going deeper into astrology. Good time also to turn into vegetarian with that Saturn over Purva Bhadra, yeah? And with Saturn in Purva Bhadra, if you ever thought about adopting an animal, it's a good time for that too. In fact, if you have a pet already, keep a close eye on their health, right? Because Saturn in Purva Bhadra combined with Ketu in Virgo can bring up some issues with your pet. Saturn moves through here from April till October. So Jupiter's movement is very fast-paced this year, actually. First, Jupiter starts the year in Ashwini, quickly goes into Parani, and then into Kritika in the spring, then Rohini, and then ends the year in Mrigashira. In Ashwini, Jupiter does well, and it brings a time for any work connected to foreign places, actually. Good for healing activities also, any academic activities, including new education endeavors. Anything connected to the masses can see some progress, some growth. Like, for example, if you're a content creator, right? It's a great time for getting some recognition. You can experience success in taking risks related to business abroad or even starting new relationships. In Parani, Jupiter will help you to practice restraint in your dealing with others in relationships, and it can help you maintain relationships in this way. In Kritika, Jupiter can aid with new beginnings and taking initiative. In Rohini, Jupiter can help with wealth expansion, and it's also a good time to make a move, if you consider that. In Mrigashira, Jupiter's transit can bring rewards in real estate. Other important dates to watch for this year are eclipse times, right? Rahu and Ketu are going to stay in the same sign all year. Rahu in Pisces, Ketu in Virgo. The first lunar eclipse of the year is on March 24th, 2024, in the sign of Virgo, caused by Ketu in Hasta. We also have a solar eclipse on April 8th in Pisces in Revathi, caused by Rahu with Venus close by. Then another lunar eclipse on September 18th in Pisces in Purva Bhadra, again aspected by Venus. And finally, the last solar eclipse is in Virgo on October the 2nd in the nakshatra of Hasta. For 2024, the earth and water signs will experience the most dramatic changes. So this is even more so if you have planets in these signs, right? Or any dual signs, actually. Right? It could be your sun, it could be your moon, it could be ascendant. You'll be directly impacted. Of course, if you have planets in Hasta, Revathi, Purva Bhadra, have a look at these planets, their lordships, whether you're experiencing their dashas, then you know that you will be directly impacted by the changes that come along. April and May 2024 are probably the most dramatic months. There'll be important conjunctions happening then, eclipses, as well as Jupiter's movement into Taurus in the spring months. And then one more important event taking place in 2024 is the Mars retrograde cycle at the end of the year. Mars starts its retrograde cycle on December 6th in Cancer at approximately 12 degrees of Pusha. Mars returns to Gemini on January the 19th, 2025, and resumes direct motion on February the 24th. Mars movement through Cancer can bring a change in residence, especially if you're experiencing Mars Dasha. And of course, I'm going to speak in more detail about this closer to the date. Yeah. So that's all for now. I will also be posting in a couple of days a video on all of the ascendants. Yeah, but for now, these are some of the themes that we can look forward to. Yeah. All the best, folks. Cheers.